Hey guys, so my birthday was last month and people contributed money and gift cards and I used all those things to buy books. So check out these books that I got, the new additions to the library. We're going to start with Origins and History of Judo. Original author is Rohei Uchida, originally from 1903. My understanding is that this is part of a larger book. Now, the translator for this is Shadi, Shadi. And if you were enough of a martial arts nerd to be watching my channel, you might be enough of a martial arts nerd to be watching his channel. He's got a YouTube channel where he covers a lot of the early history of judo and the transition from early jiu-jitsu. So yeah, looks like about half the book is the actual translation and the rest is going to be the original text. And so might be a second before I get around to it, but basically I did this to sort of contribute to a creator whose material I like. The Art of Self-Defense in the Street, translated by M.P. Lynch. The original author? Emile Andre, maybe? Anyway, this is a translation of an old French book on self-defense and includes, elements of savate, elements of boxing, cane fighting, knife fighting, some grappling. What I'm finding is that a lot of the early French authors actually had what today would be considered a very progressive view of self-defense. They were not, bound to anyone's style. So, looking forward to getting into that. Shin Kageru, Japan's Complete Fighting Art. I remember seeing this in the Navy Exchange in Yokosuka and not getting it and regretting it. Anyway, this includes techniques probably from karate. As far as the striking, it includes grappling techniques like you would find in judo. It also includes some sword and dagger, tanto techniques, and techniques against the sword. And some of those are definitely traditional Japanese martial arts. Some of them, like I said, seem to be influenced by karate. For instance, Mawashigeri is not a traditional, it's not even technically a traditional karate technique. It originated after karate went from Okinawa to Japan. Gichin Funakoshi's son is sort of credited toward bringing it into karate. But we have Mawashigeri in here. And they also have some interesting solo kata that are not quite like any of the traditional Okinawan kata that I'm used to. So this will be interesting to get into. Krav Maga, an in-depth study of violence and the science of self-defense and street fighting by Orient Mungyot. He's a former psychotherapist in addition to being a Krav Maga practitioner. There's actually not a whole lot in the way of the physical techniques, but there is a lot in the way of things like de-escalation and the psychology of violence. He also gets into the politics of Krav Maga. Honestly, when it comes to like politics of different styles, it's all sort of like background noise to me. So I don't know how interesting I'm going to find that part. But again, when he talks about, the role of the reptilian brain in the presence of danger, the physiological effects of fear and stress, things like that. I think things like that are going to be valuable. Pinkak Silat, Through My Eyes by Herman Sawanda. Mr. Sawanda is a name I'm familiar with through the Silat community. this might wind up being the most comprehensive Silat book I have. You know, he covers different styles, covers a bit of the history, actually quite a lot of the history as far as creating timelines. Then he gets into the various techniques, you know, elbow strikes, different, you know, hand positions, kicks, things like that. So I'm a big fan of Silat in general, so looking forward to reading that. English Martial Arts by Terry Brown. The first part of this book is mostly just describing the various weapons and fighting and things like that. So like the quarterstaff, prizes and challenges, and you know, then we get into some of the actual techniques. There's some of the broadsword techniques. Some empty hand stuff in here as well, but the focus is weapons. You know, I'm also a fan of Western martial arts. I'm a fan of all martial arts, really. It's hard to find something that doesn't attract me to a martial art, right? So, looking forward to this one as well. And finally, The Complete Martial Artist, Volume 2. This is Volume 2 because I already have Volume 1. And when I review this book, I will probably review it together with Volume 1. This one mostly just seems to be like sparring and bag work combinations and some exercises. So I don't know if it offers a whole lot on its own. So we'll see how it works with Volume 1. So yeah, those are all the new books at the library, which means I have to rearrange the library again. If you guys saw on Tuesday, I got 2 books that I think were probably written using AI, so I'm returning those. With that being said, and I would say to check out that video just to be on the lookout for those authors so that you don't get those books or any others that they've written. I am excited to get to these books. You know, I still have others that you guys have voted for me to review that, you know, I've started outlines for. I'm working on it. I've recorded an excerpt from the book Small Circle Jiu-Jitsu by Wally J. So once I finish editing that one, be on the lookout for that. And I'll keep you guys updated on my health status. I should find out by the end of the month if I will be eligible for liver surgery coming up. We'll see. We're still trying to shrink the tumor, so wish me luck there. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Thanks for indulging me. And if any of these stand out to you, let me know. And I might also let you guys vote on these, because that's what I need, is like a backlog of reviews that I need to do. So yeah, keep an eye on the community tab. I might have something there for you guys to vote on. Anyway, I'll see you around. Thanks for watching.